Alright guys, this topic here, add subtract fractions, and we see on the bottom here the denominator has a variable. So how do we go and add these two together? Well, first you're going to need an LCM. What that means is you need a lowest common multiple. So what we need to do is find the lowest common multiple of the 2 and the 5. So we're looking for the lowest number that 2 and 5 can go both into. That would be 10. If you don't know the LCM, that's okay. Just multiply the two numbers. And in this case, you'd be fine because 2 times 5 would be 10. You don't have to simplify at the end. Now, with the variable, we're just going to go ahead and copy that to the right. And that's going to be our LCM. We want both denominators to look like that. So we go back to the problem. Now, I need this to look like that. So I have a 2. I need it to look like a 10. So what do I need to multiply to 2 to get to 10? Well, I'm going to need to multiply 5. Okay, now here I have an x to the third. Here I have an x to the third. That's perfect. I don't have to do anything with that. So if I multiply anything to the denominator, I'm going to have to multiply it to the numerator. All right, and let's just leave that there for now, and let's go over here to this fraction over here. I have a 5, but I need it to look like this 10. So 5 times what will give me 10? 5 times 2 will get me 10. Another thing that's missing from here, from the LCM, is x to the third. So I'm going to have to attach that to the 2 here. Okay, now if I'm going to multiply the bottom here by 2x to the third, I'm going to have to multiply the top by 2x to the third. All right, now we're going to do a lot of multiplying here. So numerator, top, I have 5 times 5. That should give you 25. The bottom should be my LCM. Let me just check. 5 times 2 gives me 10. X to the third, just put it down there. Perfect. Now it looks like the LCM. Now, plus 1 times anything is just itself, 2x to the third, over your LCM. Okay, and there you have it. Not done yet, but we're getting there. Now, if the denominators are the same, we know we can combine the two. So we're just going to take the numerators here and add them together. Whoops, sorry guys. I'm going to take the 25 and I'm going to add the 2x to the third, and I'm going to put that all over my LCM. Okay, and there you have it. We'll just go there from now. All right, let's take a look at another example here. As you can see, I have a minus sign now, which means I need to have both denominators to be the same. So let's go over here. Let's mark down my LCM, your lowest common multiple. Now, if you multiply 5 by 25, you will get 125. No problem. You're just going to have to reduce when you're done at the end. But the lowest number that 5 and 25 can go into would be 25. I have a variable of x squared here, so I'll attach that here, my LCM. Okay. Now I have to make both bottoms look like this guy here, the LCM. So what's missing here? I have a 5. I need it to change into a 25. So 5 times 5, 5 times 5 will get me 25. But also, I'm missing a variable here, right? I need it to look like x squared. So I'm going to attach the x squared here with the 5. All right. Now that I'm going to multiply the denominator here by 5x squared, I'm going to have to do the same to the numerator. Okay. Just get rid of that. Kind of looks like a 50. Sorry, guys. Now, over here, notice 25x squared is the same thing as 25x squared. Don't do anything. All right, just leave it alone. Let's do some multiplying up here. Number with number. 5 times 6, well, that will give me 30. Now, laws of exponents, if I have the same base, if I have the same letter, the same variable, I have to add the exponents when I have to multiply them. So I have the base of an x, and then 2 plus 1 will give me 3. Then the bottom will be your LCM, 25x squared. I have a subtraction sign, and I did not touch the right side. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy that all over again. Now that the bottoms are the same, I can go ahead and combine the numerators. So over here, I have 30x squared, to the third power, minus the 4, and that's going to be all over my LCM, 25x squared. And that will be my final answer. Now, third time's a charm. what happens when you have just the number 1? Well, I'm going to rewrite this. 1 over 5x minus, you could always put a number over the number 1. A little tricky, but you have to remember that rule. Okay, now we can go ahead and attempt our rules. So LCM here, I need it, well, the lowest common multiple of 5 and 1 should just be the number 5, right? And then I do have a variable here. I'm going to put that variable over there. All right, so I need both bottoms to look like this. Lucky enough, this guy looks like that, so no touchies. All right, now with 1, I need it to look like a 5. So 1 times 5 will give me 5, and also I need a variable there with just x. So I'm going to have to multiply the denominator by x. If I multiply the bottom, I have to go up here and do the same thing. All right, now we didn't touch the first fraction, so I'm just going to rewrite it there. Then this was a subtraction problem, yeah. All right, 1 times 5, well, that'll give me 5. And don't forget the variable. Same thing on the bottom. Okay, now that the bottoms are the same, I can go ahead and combine the numerators. So 1 minus 5x, that'll be all over my LCM 5x, and that is done.